Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the sign of Aries for the month of September 2021. I've already pre-shuffled the deck and also cleared the space and the cards. These are the two decks I'll be using. This one is the very first deck that I used practicing tarot. I printed it out and laminated it, and this is still one of my favorite decks, and this will be the clarifier. I will do a 9-card spread. 3 cards to represent the recent past, 3 cards to represent the current energies, and 3 cards to represent the near future. All of the cards start out in the upright, so if a card does come out in the reverse, I read it in the reverse. I will also only take cards that come out face up. I will also leave in the shuffling, so if you want to skip past that part, please feel free to skip ahead. And you'll hear me talk to myself, my guides, and my cards, so I apologize in advance. Alright, let's see, Aries, let's get started. Can I have 3 cards for the recent past, please? No face, no case. Make sure this is right. 3 cards for the recent past, please. One more. One more in the recent past. Thank you. 3 cards for the current energies, please. Thanks. 2 more. Two more for the current energy, please. Oops. One more. Thank you. Alright, and 3 for the... Alrighty. Got a little bit more than 3. Alright, so in the recent past we have the 7 of Swords, the Death card, Scorpio energy, and the 8 of Pentacles. The 7 of Swords can represent deception, lies, someone not being entirely honest in a situation, whether that's you or somebody else. We'll get clarification on. The Death card is about a death, transformations. I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a body kind of dismembered here. You can see a foot, and there's a head with a crown on it. So even a king gets sort of taken down, knocked down, which is Aries is Emperor energy, and you could have experienced a big transformation, a big ego check is what I want to say as well. The Eight of Pentacles is about working on yourself or working in an individual pursuit. Oftentimes this could be like renovations around the home, or improvements in your health, something like that. You could be going through a phase of transformation where you're working on leveling up. But let's see what this deception here in the past is about. The Seven of Swords is also my politics card. It indicates somebody who gets what they want by moving silently, you know, moving stealthily, so to speak. You know, like death comes like a thief in the night. That kind of thing, like transformation comes swiftly and decisively. All right, help me with this the Seven of Swords. What's the Seven of Swords, please? What's the Seven of Swords, please? I'll take 2 cards. Okay, thank you. Can I have Death? One more. One more, please. One more for this Death. Thank you. That's a lot. And the Eight of Pentacles, please. 2. The Eight of Pentacles. One more. Thank you. Okay, so over the Seven of Swords, you got the Ace of Discs, which is about a new opportunity for money, finances, wealth, health, career, that kind of thing. The Six of Pentacles, success, also having balance or harmony in a relationship or in your finances. This is a card of generosity, having enough to give. And the Star card about hope, faith, can be about your true desires. Yeah, I think in the recent past you kind of went after what it is that you want, whether honestly or dishonestly. You guys have to read however it is, but you might have acted in a way that got you to your Six of Pentacles. You seized an opportunity is what I want to say. You seized an opportunity and you acted more intellectually than emotionally, more logically than emotionally. But it was what you wanted with the Star card there. This is also Aquarius energy. Over the Death card, you have the Fortune card, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Oppression card, the Ten of Wands. You have the Princess of Wands. You have the Chariot card. And you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, with this all coming out over the Death, for this card coming out over the Death, the first thing that I heard was that like maybe you did get something that you wanted, but you also realized that it came at some sort of other expense. The oppression card can be sort of the burden of success, or again, where you get something that you want, but it represents an unexpected responsibility or burdensome responsibility. The Princess of Wands, she represents, excuse me, she represents the earthy part of fire, and that is in the sense that fire needs fuel to burn, and that is earth. And so perhaps this opportunity that you seized was for the benefit of your resources, like it allowed you to expand yourself, expand your business, with that Ace of Pentacles being there and that Six of Pentacles, something like that. The Chariot card, another 7. This is about, seizing an opportunity, choosing a direction, or heavy on the intention energy. The Chariot can also sometimes be jaded. That is, this person, is moving on with a guard up. And that's hearkening back to me to the Seven of Swords energy. So maybe you did seize an opportunity, but it required you putting up certain walls. The Power card being here and the Wheel of Fortune, it could be a karmic situation that you're dealing with currently. When I said before the ego death, maybe some of you are experiencing a shift in your power for the good or not, actually. The power dynamic might have shifted in a relationship in a way that is oppressive for you. That's for some of you. Over the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups and the Prince of Cups. Interesting. Some of you could be working on yourself in order to be ready to offer a cup of love to somebody. You're doing like, the person who hits the gym so that they feel confident to ask that girl out at the job. It is sort of what that feels like. The Ace of Pentacles can also represent pouring into yourself, and with the Ace of Cups can also represent pouring into yourself, and with the Eight of Pentacles here, as I said, was individual work. You could be healing emotionally, showing yourself a little bit of compassion, viewing yourself in an open-hearted manner, or trying to improve yourself emotionally here. In the current energy, you have the Page of Cups. You have the Devil card, Capricorn energy. And you have the Page of Wands. What's interesting to me, you can see that water and fire are opposite elements, and you'd have two pages on either side of this Devil card here. This might represent a relationship. I remember I said that the power dynamic shifted in a relationship or shifted in a situation. This could be a situation where there's a stalemate, that is neither one of you can let it go, but you obviously don't see eye to eye. Maybe your love languages are different. There's a naivety as well. If this is not in a relationship, if this does not represent a two-party thing, I think it said this being your energy is, the Page of Cups represents a dreamer, someone who has, sorry, I'm grabbing a drink of water. Someone who's willing to let their heart and their head roam, right? And then the Page of Wands is similar. This person is a fire starter, an initiator, can be a little naive or act brashly or impulsively. But then there's in the middle about bad habits, addictions, codependencies. I don't know. Let's clarify what we got here. What is this Page of Cups? Thank you. One more. Thank you. How about the Devil? Thank you. And Page of Wands, please. Thanks. Okay. So over the Page of Cups, we got the Six of Swords, or the Science card. And we have the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands in this deck represents the airy part of fire, and that is its ability to, similar to that Princess of Wands. You can see energetically they're very obviously similar, fire energy, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This kind of is the volatility of your energy. This Prince of Wands moves with intention but can be brash. It sort of feels like you know what you want and you're going after it. With this Page of Cups, you have a dream or you have an idea, something that you want to pour your heart into. Maybe it's like I said, a person, or either it's yourself, but whatever you have set your intention on, it feels like you are moving towards it. With intention and fast. The Six of Swords being the Science card. In the traditional deck, you see someone moving on in a boat, and that is about, modulating your knowledge. That is accepting some truth and moving on smarter. Science is about all about taking in new information and shifting your path or changing your mind as you become wiser. And it feels like although you're following your heart, you're doing it a little bit smarter this time, is what I want to say. Over the Devil card, we have the Five of Pentacles, or the Worry card. You have the Universe, or the World card. And you have the Empress. Interesting. So, I mean, Aries being the Emperor card, there could be a divine feminine, an Empress person, Libra, or Taurus energy here. There could be someone who you have an obsession with and you feel like this person has left you out in the cold or abandoned you. You could be fearful that this cycle has ended. The cycle with this person has ended. Or if this is a new cycle, the fear here the worry here is that you could be lacking somehow, like you're not bringing enough to the table, or you might not feel enough. But I mean, Aries, you are the Emperor, right? But that obsession card, it does feel like there could be somebody that you have super strong feelings about, maybe wanting to offer this page of love, this cup of love to, that you're doing the work on yourself for. Over the Page of Wands, you got the Four of Swords, or the Truce card, and the Seven, excuse me, the Seven of Wands, or the Valor card. When I said before that there's some sort of truth or knowledge that you could be modulating, like internalizing right now, I think that for some of you, I feel like a feeling of resignation, like you, for better or worse, having to accept things as they are, but it feels like you're soldiering on bravely. A big factor of the Valor card is showing bravery in the face of defeat or in the face of an uncertain outcome. And so, for better or worse, it seems like you are staying the course. In the near future, you have the Eight of Rods, which is about communication, fast communication, swiftness, things happening quickly. It can be a card of initiation as well, especially next to the Ace of Swords. This could again be a new contract, a new agreement, messages being sent. The Ace of Swords is about a new idea as well. You having a new concept, shifting your perspective. Next to that, you have the Moon card, Pisces energy. This is about intuition. This can be about things hidden as well, below the surface. Also needing to do shadow work. That can be an indication here. And then you have the Six of Wands, victory, accomplishment, getting recognition. So some of you could be getting recognized. Somebody could be sending you a message like, "Oh, I appreciate you for XYZ," or something like that. Let's see. What is the Eight of Rods, please? Eight of Rods. Okay, one more, please. Ace of Swords. Thank you. The Moon. So over the Eight of Rods, you got the Eight of Swords, or the Interference card, and the Devil card. Again. So it feels like maybe your obsession or your addiction, your codependence in a relationship or on this, it feels like an obsession with this Empress person or entity here could be causing some interference in you moving forward, in something happening. You could be holding yourself back because of your obsession with something, having a hard time to move forward, especially with the Eight of Swords being here. This is about your mental energy being of interference to you, where all these other swords are lined up in the parallel. There are two that are holding you back, and so you could be weighing two options that are having you stuck. Over the Ace of Swords, you got the Six of Wands, or the Victory card. Again, coming out again. The Hermit card, or Virgo energy, about spiritual enlightenment. This person has retreated a little bit from society to go and do, again, that shadow work. And then the Eight of Cups, indolence. Heavy eights down here in the near future. Eights to me are not only cards of intellect, but also cards of maturity and resilience. You had the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like this is a period of maturation for you. Maybe freeing yourself from old addictions or past obsessions, getting a new kind of idea. The Eight of Cups, this indolence card, can be laziness. Indolence is laziness. This feels emotional laziness, like someone who doesn't. Maybe that's why you're now an obsession. You don't want to move on. Part of you maybe emotionally doesn't want to move on, even though mentally you could be in a new place. Emotionally, you might not want to deal with it. But the Six of Wands here, another card of getting recognition, or really balancing your spiritual energy, maybe more than getting recognition or gaining some victory. It is about balancing your spiritual energies. And then again, I said the Hermit card is about that sort of spiritual enlightenment, doing the shadow work to find some of that balance, to find solid ground, it feels like. And so moving forward, although I still see you might be dealing with those tough, this situation here, this obsession or cycle that you could have been feeling lack in, I do see you putting on a brave face and kind of soldiering on. The Moon card was clarified by the Adjustment card, or the Justice card, another Libra energy, and the Princess of Swords. She represents the earthy part of air. Excuse me. The earthy part of air, and that is her ability to take ideas and solidify them into the 3D. She's a manifester, or her strength is manifestation. The Libra energy coming out again, that Empress, similar to that Empress, can represent a Libra, but it feels like you are making your adjustments. This new idea that you have in the past, you could really be working hard to accept that truth. The Justice card is all about truth. It's all about fairness. You could be doing that internal work to accept that truth and now move in this new direction, move in whatever new idea you have. This sword is the one that she's holding here. This Six of Wands was clarified by the Nine of Swords, or the Cruelty card. the Six of Cups or the Pleasure card, and the Queen of Discs. For some of you, this Six of Wands could be a person, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. Oh, you did have a lot of devil energy. So if that devil is a Capricorn, that represents somebody. Then you could, again, still be feeling obsessive feelings about them, or you might be thinking that this person is somehow interfering in what it is you want, or interfering in the situation. But despite that, the thing that I just got is this Queen of Discs might be someone who represents both pleasure and pain, obviously. Someone that you could have a good, happy, fun-loving relationship with, but at the same time mentally tormented or feeling spiritually oppressed by. That's for some of you. For others of you, this recognition, Aries, could be like you get pleasure in taking care of people, although it could at the same time cause mental anguish for you. And mental anguish in the sense like you have a lot to worry about, or a lot to take care of, a lot to juggle or consider, but it fills you up somehow, and you might be getting recognized for that. Another six, which are cards of victory. You have a lot of sixes and a lot of eights. Just generally pay attention or look out for those numbers in your environment as well. Long story short, Aries, it feels like you might have seized an opportunity in the past, for better or worse, that kind of got you what you wanted, but might have you feeling burdened in the current energy. There seems to be a Libra or Taurus person, or maybe even Capricorn person that you have strong feelings for or about, or might even want to offer a cup of love to, but there's still some truth that you might have to resign yourself to. You could be holding yourself back with this Eight of Swords here as well. You're in a place of manifestation for sure, so harness that energy. It feels like your intentions are set for better or worse, and you're going after what it is you want to go after. So do it. All right, and we'll pull 3 oracle cards. Where is the box so I could show you? Okay, I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards from the New Orleans Oracle deck for final messages, lessons, or outcomes. I will also read them to you. Can I have 3 cards for Aries? Final lessons, outcomes, advice. Thank you. Can I have 2 more, please? Oops, and 1 more. One more, please. Thank you. All right. So the first card that you have is Awakening. see that. The experiences of a spiritual awakening can be as varied as life itself. For some, it is a series of seemingly random emotions. For others, it is a growing sensitivity to everyday events. And for many, it is simply having a desire to follow that which resonates with them in a higher vibration. There is no right or wrong way to go through this experience. You are only asked to remain as conscious and aware of yourself as possible so that you may properly support yourself in the best way possible. Look at it as a stepping outside of yourself to observe yourself and your life as a movie that you get to co-create. Remember to ask yourself, how does this person, place, or thing or situation feel to me? Then allow yourself to proceed accordingly. Trusting yourself is of the utmost importance during this time, because the more that you feel you can trust yourself, the easier it is to stay in your flow for all that comes your way. Next card is Power. Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau was the epitome of power and grace within the community of New Orleans. Not only was she known as an astute businesswoman, but she was also the go-to person for the spiritual remedies of everyday life. If you have drawn this card, you have been called to embrace all aspects of yourself and to rise to every occasion with confidence. You are so much more than the mundane daily tasks that often bog you down. New opportunities will help you explore the different ways you can express yourself and feel more fulfilled. The next card you have is Gratitude. Second line. Second line parades are a staple of New Orleans culture. The uplifting music and dance signify prevailing circumstances through celebration. Whether in celebration of marriage, death, or just the good times in between, second line parades always emphasize leaning on gratitude and appreciation because all is never lost. This card signifies that it's time for you to remember to celebrate. Sometimes looking at the big picture and all the steps between the beginning and the end can make it seem like you're on an overwhelmingly endless journey. Giving yourself moments to enjoy any accomplishment, even if it's just the fact that you're still trying, is reason enough to celebrate. The more that you tap into your gratitude and appreciation, the sooner you will see things moving more quickly in your desired direction. Feel the music of life and dance a little. You're on your way, and you always have been. Lovely cards for you, Aries. Good luck. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Please feel free to give it a thumbs up if you did find it helpful. Also, feel free to share if you think this message might help a friend. Don't forget to subscribe so you can catch my other videos with different spreads and stuff in the near future. And also don't hesitate to leave me a comment if you have any questions or, again, if the reading resonated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.